up, what up? What up, what up, what up? So I know most people are still at work, you know, shit like that. And I was gonna do a live stream tonight, but to be totally honest with you, man, I'm still feeling like shit. So while I still felt somewhat normal, I'll say this: fucking stomach flu sucks. All right, I feel better than I did yesterday. My family are still sick, so a couple of my family members. So I wanted to jump on here and talk about illegal immigration. Now I know a lot of people will probably watch this later and be like, "Oh shit, man, he went live and he did it from his car, blah blah blah." And I thought about it. I thought about like pulling up the videos and all the shit that's been happening in Minnesota, and pulling up that Alex Pretty video. You know, the incident that happened with ICE and them killing him, and I thought about pulling up the video of him kicking the shit out of a tail light of, you know, a vehicle with ICE agents in it. And I thought about just going off on this big rant and playing a bunch of different fucking videos. And really what I want to do is just give a monologue of how I feel about the fucking ICE situation, about illegal immigration, about the stuff that's happened. Now, I've released a couple shorts, and I've talked about it a little bit, but this is where I stand with ICE. This is where I stand with illegal immigration. This is where I stand with the whole situation, okay? The whole situation would never fucking be this way and never happen if we didn't allow illegal immigrants into our country. Okay, that's step one. You gotta start at the beginning. And I was listening to Nick Fuentes. I listened to him a couple times over the last couple days, and some of the stuff that he said, and I agree with it. I agree. Like, you know, you can't just take the Minnesota situation and say, "Oh man, that was fucked up, and it shouldn't have happened like that." No, we should have never been put in this situation where we have anywhere from 10 to 30 million illegal immigrants in our country. And that's, you know, that's the failure of our government. Our government has failed us. The leaders in our government have failed us. And they've allowed in these illegal immigrants in the name of, like, we're supposed to take in, like, it's almost like we're supposed to take in everybody's, every single fucking country's, we're supposed to take in, like, their refugees. And it's like, that shit just don't make sense to me, bro. Like, it don't make sense why we're taking in all these refugees from these war-torn countries, and we're expected to have to foot the bill for it. Because the government's not paying for these people to come here and live here, okay? The American taxpayer is. So you're paying for these people to come live in your country, to have free housing, to have free transportation, to have free medical, to have free groceries. You know, they're also getting their utilities paid for. Okay, you're having these, and then they're also on top of that, volumes in Minnesota, they're fucking stealing a bunch of money through committing fraud. So they're not only not happy with what we've currently given them, you know, a free passage into our country, you know, to get away from their war-torn country, to get away from all the chaos in their own country, come over here and live in somewhat peace. They're not happy with that. They have to still steal money from us. And I don't think people understand what it's going to really take to get rid of these people. And I think sometimes people think like, oh yeah, it's gonna take, we're gonna have to go in there and get them out. Well, the thing is, what the fuck does that look like? What does that look like to you? Because you're not going to just go into places like Minnesota, Chicago, New York, LA. You're not just going to go into these big cities and take out all the illegal immigrants without pushback from the lunatic liberals. I mean, these people have lost their fucking mind. They're out there rioting, impeding federal investigations into illegal immigrants, and they're throwing themselves in front of illegal immigrants, and those illegal immigrants don't give a fuck about them. Those Somalian people, they don't give a fuck about those people in Minnesota. So if you go out there and you throw yourself in front of a vehicle with a bunch of federal agents in it, and you get shot and killed on the side of the fucking road, those illegal immigrants don't give a shit about you. They don't care about how you feel and that your family's going to be mourning you because you decided to make a dumb decision. And a lot of people want to bring the fucking Second Amendment into what happened with Alex Priddy. Everybody's like, oh, well, why did he have a gun at the protest? And then there's a lot of people that are like, oh, it's the Second Amendment. Well, bro, even if we do have the Second Amendment, you start charging and getting physical with federal agents with a loaded gun in your back pocket, and you start fucking reaching for it, chances are you're gonna get shot, bro. Chances are you're gonna get shot. And I understand, the situation was a little weird. They took the gun off his hip, and when they were taking it away from him, I think the gun misfired, okay? In that situation, that whole situation was literally like 40 seconds, okay? The video was 40 seconds long, all right? The whole situation from when they first touched the guy to when they mag dumped him was like literally 20 seconds. So you're saying in that situation, you would be able to keep your shit together when somebody starts yelling gun, and then one actually goes off, and you're gonna be able to keep your shit together and not react and take the risk of you getting shot as an officer that's engaged with this guy. You're gonna take a chance of you getting shot or one of the people you're fucking serving with getting shot. The people that you are fucking out here trying to get these illegal immigrants to go back to their country. You're trying to get rid of these motherfuckers. And you think like it's just gonna go smooth, bro. Like, I don't know, you take the risk of one of your fellow federal agents getting fucking shot. No, I think they reacted the way they should have reacted. And a lot of people will say, well, I don't think we should be killing American citizens. He was a registered gun owner. And it's like, okay, dude, what are the intentions of this guy going out to these protests? Because now we're finding out that he has been physical. He spit on a federal agent 11 days before that, kicked their fucking taillight out. So this isn't a 40-second interaction with this guy. They've had issues with this guy since they've been in Minnesota. So in that situation, yeah, it sucks the dude got killed, okay? It sucks. But I think they did the right thing. Because there was a lot of chaos going on. And I think in the end, how you solve that problem is you stay the fuck home and you get the fuck away from these people and let them do their job. 77 million Americans voted Donald Trump, okay? And he ran on the platform of deporting illegal immigrants. And then you have these groups of shitbag liberals that are going out there and they're getting in the way of these ICE agents being able to do their fucking job. And the thing is like, everybody on the left wants to talk about, oh, he was an American citizen, his constitutional rights, and he was a veteran, and he was a nurse, and even his own family members have come out and said he lost his shit, bro. Like, he lost his shit. He basically quit his job, was fucking hanging out with the wrong crowd, doing all kinds of crazy shit, and then this situation happened. So it is what it is. But the whole reason I made this video or went live, okay, is to tell you that, and Nick Fuentes was talking about it the other night, and it sparked something in my brain. I'm like, dude, he's fucking right. Like, look, last year alone, there was like 230,000 illegal immigrants that were deported from this fucking country, okay? That adds up to about 1,000 a day, okay? 1,000. Those numbers are fucking low, in my opinion, all right? So 1,000 a day. We had 10 million, the estimated number. I think it's higher than that. But there's an estimated 10 million that came into this country when Biden was in office, okay? Estimated 10 million. All right, we deported 230,000 last year. That ain't shit, bro. That ain't shit. We had to average 2.5 million a year just to fucking get rid of the ones that Biden brought in, that Biden let come across the country, or come into the country. And the thing is what people don't realize is that we had to average that many, 2.5 million a year, in the 4 years that Trump was president, okay? So let's just go back to the 230,000 number, okay? That broke down into 1,000 people a day. So 1,000 illegal immigrants a day, all right? For 365 days. So you're telling me out of 1,000 illegal immigrants a day that you're not going to have one fucking accident? That you're not going to have somebody wrongly locked up? You're not going to have somebody fucking beat up? You're not going to have somebody mistakenly shot and killed? You're not going to have accidents? And then you add on top of all the shitbag liberals that are interfering with ICE doing their fucking job, and then all of a sudden you start looking at that, and it's like, this is a recipe for disaster. A recipe for disaster. And there's only two options. Okay? There's only two options. And a lot of people don't want to face the facts. And they're too fucking soft. People are too soft, bro. They're too soft. I don't think people understand what it's going to take to get fucking 10 million illegal immigrants out of our country. And they're not ready for it, bro. They're not ready. Okay? Most people are not ready for what it's going to take. And I can tell you that. Because as soon as something happens, Renee Good, Alex Pretty, everybody starts to back down and go, well, I wanted illegal immigrants out, but I didn't want it to be like this. Well, how the fuck did you think it was going to happen? How did you think the story was going to play out? Okay, let's just say you want to get a million illegal immigrants out of the country a year. That's 4,000 illegal immigrants a day that we have to remove from this country. The chances of accidents happening, people getting wrongfully locked up, somebody getting beat up, shot, those chances go up. I mean, you have to live with some of those situations. I'm not saying you got to be happy-go-lucky about it, But you have to live with some of the shit that's going to happen. This is not their country, okay? These people coming over from third world countries don't belong here. They gotta go back. And I've been saying it, I don't know for how long, dude. I had to go back through my Rumble videos. I've probably been saying it for 3 years about illegal immigrants have to go back. And then Trump started talking about, and he's been doing it here lately, the last couple days. He's backing off of Minnesota. There's still some good stuff happening, but Trump is to the point where he's going to pull out the ICE agents from Minnesota. Okay? And supposedly he worked a deal with the Democrat politicians, which, yeah, it's making a deal with the fucking devil. So the thing is what I'm trying to say is there's a lot of work that needs to be done, and you cannot afford to show any weakness. And I've been saying it for months, man. You have to go in there and you have to put your boot on their fucking neck. If they start talking reckless like they have been for the last 3 weeks, talking about you had that mayor, Mayor Jacob Frey or something like that, and then you had Tim Walz coming out, and then you had Ilhan Omar or whatever, whatever fuck her name is. You had them basically telling citizens to throw themselves in front of fucking ICE. You're listening, and then you got these shitbag liberals that are listening to these elitist politicians telling them to go risk their fucking life to save illegal immigrants, bro. You're going out and risking your life to save illegal immigrants. They have committed a fucking crime. I don't know how many times I got to explain this, okay? And I've had to explain this to some people that are fucking right-wing. They are here illegally, bro. I don't give a fuck if they're here and they're working and they're paying taxes and they're being good little boys and girls. You're here illegally, bro. Set the president, send them home. Okay? You have to draw a fucking hard line in the sand. And you have to go, yeah, we ain't doing that. We're not playing that fucking game. You came in here illegally. You got to go back. And you got to come through the right way. And a lot of people don't want to hear that, man. They think, well, these people are good people and they've been here and this and that, and we should take their fucking kids in. Like, oh, they've had kids while they were here. I read an article today, and I think, now mark my words, bro. Mark my words. Springfield, Ohio is next, okay? And I live close as fuck to Springfield, Ohio. And I infiltrated one of their Facebook groups, okay? They have a ICE watch group, and I infiltrated it. And the same shit that's coming out of Minnesota about the Signal app, because that's how they're all communicating, including politicians. They're communicating with these fucking rioters through the Signal app, okay? And all their Signal communications were exposed the other day by some fucking hacker guy on Twitter. I seen it. So all the shit they've been talking in the Signal app, just planning and all the shit they're going to do to ICE agents and shit, that's all been released. Will the government do anything about it? Will the FBI do anything about it? Probably not. Probably not. It's like the left gets away with fucking literal murder, antagonizing, violence, brutality. The fucking right fights back. The right that actually, the right or just fucking law enforcement or people that care about this country fight back. And it's like you're fucking shunned. And we get shunned by our own people. Okay? Instead of attacking ICE agents for going out and trying to do their fucking job and having a situation happen like Alex Pretty, where they had to fucking shoot the guy. They didn't have a fucking... You go back and you play that scenario over again. 9 times out of 10, somebody's shooting that motherfucker. okay? Whether you like it or not. They're shooting it, dude. All right? 9 times out of 10, somebody in that group is shooting it. And over, and it's going to be way every time. But instead of saying, you know what, we're going to get the fucking ICE agents back, you have all these liberal podcast bros like Dave Smith and fucking what's that comedian's name, Andrew Schultz or whatever. He come out, started talking shit. You had Joe Rogan come out and talk shit. All these liberal podcast bros, the people that were fucking riding Trump's jockstrap right before the election, having him on their shows and shit, have all turned on him. And it's like, I just wonder, like, what do you think it's supposed to look like? A lot of people don't realize you're in a fucking battle already. And a lot of people will say, well, that's dramatic. We're not in a battle or a civil war. You're just making stuff up. Like, dude, I don't think you understand what it's going to take and to what level you're going to have to get this country back on the right track. And I don't know, man. How has multiculturalism worked so far? Hasn't fucking worked out very well, in my opinion. Now, are they all bad? No. They have to come through here legally. They have to be vetted. Okay? Just because somebody's come over 10 years ago and they haven't committed a crime in the United States doesn't mean they don't have other shit in other countries that they've done. That's what I don't get, man. It's like, I don't give a fuck what they're doing here. What did they run from? Did they run from something? I don't know. It's just annoying, bro. Like, I don't think people understand how far you're gonna have to fucking go to right this country, to turn this country around. And it's like, people can agree with me or not agree with me. I don't give a shit. I'm gonna say what I think needs to be said. And that is, Americans are fucking pussies, dude. When it comes down to it, rubber meets the road, something bad happens, all of a sudden they fucking, I wouldn't say even Americans, I would say the right wing. Conservatives. They're pussies. When it comes down to it, dude, I'm telling you, switch it. Switch it up, okay? And it's a right-wing guy getting shot on the fucking street by a fucking cop, or let's just say a fucking left-wing dude. Like, all right, fuck it. Go back to Charlie Kirk. Go back to Charlie Kirk. How long were they on the internet fucking mocking him and celebrating his fucking death? And all of a sudden, one left-wing guy dies, and everybody's emotional. Well, he was an American citizen, and he had a right to own that gun. Fuck him, okay? Fuck him. And that's just how I feel about it. I don't hate the guy. It's a tragedy. I hate that it fucking happened. But we don't have time for this. We don't have time to sit back and let one death change how we completely feel about illegal immigration. Because what's going to happen now is they're going to go forward with the illegal immigration, and we're going to remove these fucking people. We're going to go through with these ICE operations and deporting these people, and we're going to ramp our numbers up, and we're going to double down, triple down, and we're going to get rid of these people. Or you're going to have tens of millions of illegal immigrants that'll get amnesty. Amnesty. That means they'll be here forever. You'll never get rid of them. Never. You'll take them, their kids, their fucking grandkids. And I'm telling you, we keep doing that. Who else? And this is the thing. Since I've been alive, there's not been one president that has went this hard about illegal immigration since I've been alive. Okay? Trump identified the problem. He called the problem out. He's tried to fix it. Okay? But every time when the rubber meets the road, he turns around and he goes the other way. And he backtracks, and he lets Democrats in the media and even his own fucking party influence him. Bro, what do you have to lose, dude? I mean, I guess they could try to assassinate him again or put him in prison again, which that's going to happen anyway. I'm letting you know right now, if the Democrats win the midterms, yeah, they're going to impeach Trump. They're going to impeach Trump, then they're going to try to put him in prison again. So you're in a position, what the fuck do you have to lose? I would go all out. Yeah, Kenneth, I seen that. Sorry, I'm driving, so I'm not reading anything. I'm just spouting off at the mouth. And basically, this is what the podcast would have been tonight, to be totally honest. Just me running my fucking mouth. So, like I said, I don't really feel good. So, I'm just doing this podcast in my car, dude. I'm gonna go home and try to rest again tonight. Try to go live this weekend. But I'm letting you know, man, we have to double down, triple down, expose the fraud, get the illegal immigrants out. I'm telling you, people don't understand how bad it is in Minneapolis, Minnesota, Dearborn, Michigan, Springfield, Ohio, okay, fucking Dayton, Columbus. Like, dude, they have taken over large major cities, okay, to the point where they're electing these fucking people into office. Okay, you had illegal immigrants on the fucking police force in Minnesota. Illegal immigrants on the police force. You had Somalians that hardly speak any fucking English. It's crazy, bro. It's crazy. I'm telling you right now, you cannot afford to be weak. You can't afford to be weak. There's going to be some upset people. You're just going to have to get over it. And if Trump doesn't fucking double down, triple down, and go harder on illegal immigration, this country is in fucking trouble. Because if you think J.D. Vance is going to go hard on illegal immigration, or just immigrants in general, the H-1B visas, because Americans are getting fucked that way too, and nobody really talks about it. They're like, oh, they're here legally. And it's like, just because you bring them over on an H-1B visa for work and you let them take Americans' fucking jobs doesn't mean it's right. Okay? And you got Vivek running for office here in Ohio. Okay? As governor of Ohio. And that's what he wants to do. He wants to turn Ohio into the next Silicon Valley. Wants to bring in illegal immigrants, or bring in immigrants through the H-1B visas, and steal fucking jobs. A lot of people say, well, why do you hate Indians? I don't hate Indians. I just don't fucking want them here. If their country's so great, if India's such a fucking benefit to this country, then stay in your own country and make your own fucking country great. Why is your country a shithole? Why is India a shithole if they're so fucking good at doing tech jobs? That's what I want to know. Like, why? You can literally pull up their fucking country on a map, and it's literally a shithole. The reason why they bring these people over, okay, the reason why they bring these people over, because it's cheap labor. It's cheap. They don't have to pay the American man or woman, the American worker, a nice salary to do an engineering job. They bring an Indian dude over. They bring him over, pay him less money, okay, and then they get a fucking government. I'm sure they get government kickbacks. So it is what it is, man. And I'm so tired of people. First off, I'm tired of white liberals that fucking people are annoying. They're annoying, dude. You're fighting for people to steal your fucking country, okay? You're fighting for people to steal your country. I don't know how much clearer I have to be, okay? And then you have these white men on the right that pretend to be like masculine and care about this fucking country, but as soon as something even remotely questionable happens, everybody breaks down into emotional sacks of shit. Like, automatically I should give a fuck about this liberal dude that brought a gun to try to intimidate federal ICE agents, because that's what he's doing. He's out there trying to intimidate them, fucking spitting on them, kicking their fucking car, getting in the road, blocking traffic. And I'm supposed to give a fuck about this dude. This dude wouldn't piss on me if I was on fire, bro. Like, this dude wouldn't give a fuck about me. I don't know. It sucks that people have to die. It does. But you're lying to yourself in your mind if you think that shit like that don't have to happen to get these illegal immigrants out. And that's what I said. I've been saying this for months. That, and I'm gonna pull it up and I'm gonna start posting old clips of what I said way back last year or the year before, when Trump was running for president, that I didn't think he was going to do shit about illegal immigration. That I didn't think he was going to be able to do what needed to be done. And what needs to be done is a lot more than what we're doing right now. So, I don't know. I know a lot of it probably didn't make sense, but that's where I'm at with it. That's where I'm at with it, bro. I don't know, man. I just don't think people understand the situation we're in. Because if a Democrat gets in office, okay, in 2028, let's say a Democrat wins the presidency. Let's say a Democrat wins the presidency, okay? We are going back to open borders. So not only are we still going to have those estimated 10 million immigrants, illegal immigrants in this country, we're going to add more. And we're going to add more. And we're going to add fucking more. And, I think Trump's got to quit worrying about being popular, quit worrying about losing the midterms, and just do as much as he possibly can until they fucking impeach him, because they're gonna do it anyway. They're gonna impeach him if they lose the midterms. JD Vance will be your fucking president, and then they'll probably turn around and try to impeach him too. It's gonna be a shit show. If they win the midterms, I think it'll be a shit show. So let's go through some here. We're getting all the illegals out of here. We're cooked if that happens. Yeah, we're cooked. Oh, and you think you got free speech now? Shit like I'm saying right now won't be on the internet. If they get back in power, they're gonna lock it under, you're gonna be censored again. I couldn't say this same shit. Like, I don't know. I couldn't say this same shit 3 years ago on fucking Twitter. 2 years ago on Twitter. Or on YouTube. I couldn't say this shit. So, and I keep trying to tell people, like, you're not gonna get these illegal immigrants out without having a few casualties. I mean, it's going to happen, bro. It's going to happen. And a lot of people don't want to face the facts. They're not just going to go peacefully. They're not just going to say, okay, well, I'm illegal, all right? And the thing is that Trump said you can either leave peacefully and we'll buy you a plane ticket and we'll give you $3,000 to leave to self-deport, okay? To self-deport. And there were some that took that, and some, a lot that fucking didn't, that ignored it. So not only are we saying, we'll let you self-deport, and then you can come back in and try to enter the country legally, but we're saying, like, we're basically giving you money and a free plane ticket. So I don't know, man. I don't know. And the thing is we wouldn't be having any of these fucking problems if we didn't let in all these illegal immigrants. We're like the only country that doesn't have a fucking closed border. Our border's a lot better now than when it was under Biden. Okay, but there's still people getting in illegally. I mean, it's probably a lot better than what it was. I don't have the numbers on me, but I need to look at the fucking numbers. But the estimated numbers of illegal immigrants that were sent back last year was like 238,000. Okay, or 230,000. All right. Those are rookie numbers. To be able to get the people out that we need out, we had to average 2.5 million a year under Trump. We're not even close to that. Yeah, Canada's pretty bad. I will say that. Canada's pretty bad. It's pretty much open border with Muslims up there, yeah. I will say that. Canada's pretty fucking bad. But the thing is I think Springfield, Ohio is next. And what I was talking about is they're using the Signal app. I was on their Facebook page and watched them for like 3 or 4 days. And then I said something. I dropped a comment and they kicked me out of their group. But they're using Signal. They're already planning to like fight back against ICE. Springfield, Ohio had a city council meeting last night, and they all made a decision on the city council, which means jack shit. Okay, city council can make all of the decisions they want. If it comes to them federally, they can't do shit. But they made a decision that at the city council meeting that they want ICE agents without masks. Like, ICE agents shouldn't be allowed to wear masks. And it's like, why? You want to dox these fucking people? You want to find out where they live? You want to fucking intimidate their family? You want to intimidate their kids? You want to find out where they live so you can fucking shoot up their house? Because that's what it is. When they say ICE agents shouldn't be able to wear masks, is what it comes down to is they want to dox these people and destroy these people's lives. That has nothing to do with like hiding their identity. Yeah. So it is what it is, man. I think that people are still a little naive of what it's going to take to turn this country around. And it's going to be painful, bro. It's going to be painful. You're going to see some shit that you don't want to see. Okay? But I go back to when fucking COVID happened and the vaccine happened, and all you heard from the left is, if only you would comply. Stay home, stay safe, save lives. They should follow their own fucking rules. Okay? If you would just stay home, let ICE do their fucking job, you would still be alive. And that's for the 2 people that died. If you would have just stayed the fuck out of it, minded your own business, and let them deport illegal immigrants, you would still be alive. Man, I threw big block parties during COVID. What up, Mike? What up, Jeffrey? America First. Oh, I got Frank the Tank in here. Carly's in here. Facts. It's not like he's getting another term. Exactly. Trump is going to prison. I don't think a lot of people understand this. They will put him in prison even if he's fucking 90 years old. Trump is going to prison eventually. Okay? Period. So, they're going to destroy this guy's family for life. Okay? That's just what I think. And I think sometimes Trump cut a deal to where he'll go hard in a few different areas, and then he'll backtrack, and then, you know, he's doing just enough to keep some of his base happy. But a lot of people are catching on that there's not going to be mass deportations. Okay? Yeah, everybody needs to wake up to that. There's not going to be mass deportations. All right? I guarantee you this year will be a lot different than last year. And last year wasn't even really that good. There should be a new immigration test to obtain your visa. You have to eat bacon, ham, and pork chops. Exactly. I don't want the fucking Muslims in here. I think we should deport all the Muslims. Take the Jews with them too. Fuck it. Yeah. So that was my monologue. That was my fucking spiel on the whole thing. I've been holding a lot of that shit in, man. Like, just sitting back, being sick, watching all the shit on X, and I've kind of just stepped away from social media there for a little while too. And it's like you got all these liberals that voted conservative. Hold on, what the fuck is my daughter doing? Is she coming over here? Oh, okay. Sorry, I'm picking my daughter up. She just got into a random car with somebody. I park across the street from her school. It's just easier to get in and out of the parking lot. Simps protesting. Yeah, she's protesting. Nah, she doesn't like illegal immigrants either. Here she comes.
Hey, what's up, man?
There she is. Oh, you're fine. All right, I'm jumping off here. I just picked my daughter up. That was my spiel. That was my rant. I'm going to try to fucking rest up tonight, feel better, and probably go live Saturday is what I'm thinking. You hear that? She's fucking sick too. If you get the flu, all right, be prepared. You're fucked up for like a couple days. Or, I don't know. It's been like 3 days for me. Feeling like shit. Headache, all that shit. Anyway, I'm gonna jump off here. I appreciate you guys coming through, listening to my fucking ramblings. Alright? Fuck illegal immigrants. Send them all back. They gotta go back. End of story. I don't care if you've been here 10, 15, 20 years. You gotta go back. See ya. Don't care if you're paying taxes or you're a good little boy or girl. You gotta go back, bro. Anyway, I'm gonna jump off here. I appreciate you guys. God bless you. God bless your family. And God bless the United States of America. I'm out.